Congratulations! You're opening a treasure chest of complete home cleaning. As you've seen, VAX makes cleaning easier in a number of different ways. We'll start with dry vacuuming. Then we'll show you VAX's unique system of washing your carpets. The third feature we'll show you is how to wet vacuum those water spills. And finally, how to wash and dry your hard floors with VAX's Auto Mop. When you use your VAX for dry vacuuming, you'll need these equipment pieces. Because you use this filter instead of the clean water reservoir, your first step is to remove the clean water reservoir. Put your dust bag, which is your first filter, into the black recovery bucket. It fits in the inside slot like this. Connect the black hose into the outside hole. Give it a quarter turn to lock it. Fit the second filter onto the recovery bucket. The large rubber seals go on top. The motor then fits onto the filter in the same way. Snap in these clips on the side, and the three pieces are locked together. Now choose your attachments for the type of vacuuming you're going to do. The stainless steel extension wands are easily assembled, as well as all the attachments. Your Power Plus head makes vacuuming easy. This rotating brush bar grooms the carpet pile, keeping your carpets looking fresh. Adjust this control to change from light to heavy carpet piles. Use the combination tool to deep clean your carpets and quickly vacuum hard floors. Press this switch and the brushes pull out to vacuum hard floors. Or flip the other lever and the brushes are up for vacuuming carpets. Your dusting brush cleans walls, baseboards, or picture frames. The upholstery nozzle gently cleans drapes and soft furniture. The crevice nozzle gets dust and dirt from the hard-to-reach places. Now that you've chosen your attachment and put it on, plug in the VAX. You'll notice that whenever the VAX is plugged in, this indicator light will glow. Now turn it on, and you're off and running. The exhaust air blows out between the motor and the orange filter. Control the suction with this regulator. Slide it open to reduce suction. Periodically, check your bag and filters. Full bags and dirty filters can greatly reduce your suction power. The cloth bag can be emptied and put back in. If you're using paper bags, throw away the full bag and replace it with a clean one. This cloth filter can usually just be tapped to free collected dust. But it can also be washed or inexpensively replaced. This blue filter can simply be washed, squeeze-dried, and replaced. Dry vacuuming with VAX. Just one of the many ways you can use your VAX to keep your whole home clean. Take a look at the VAX equipment you'll need for washing your carpets. VAX's carpet washing function really gets your carpets clean. And VAX Carpet Cleaner is gentle enough for carpets and upholstery. Begin washing your carpet by removing the filter bag from the recovery bucket. Take your reservoir and fill it up to the indicator with hot tap water. Put the reservoir into the recovery bucket like this. Add 6 capfuls of VAX Carpet Cleaner to the warm water. Then pour 2 capfuls of VAX Defoamer into the center hole. If your carpets have been shampooed in the past, use 4 capfuls of defoamer instead of 2. The defoamer is vitally important. Always use the recommended amount of defoamer when you're using your VAX in a wet mode. The VAX Defoamer kills any suds from previous shampoos and lubricates the float, which is the shut-off valve. The defoamer allows the float to function properly as water rises in the recovery bucket. After the defoamer, insert the hose into the outside hole and give it a quarter turn to lock it. Fit your stainless steel wands together and put on your attachment head, either the clear carpet cleaning head or the upholstery cleaning head. The next step is to clip the plastic solution pipe along the vacuum hose. Start by sliding the liquid control valve onto the metal track beneath the suction control like this. The end with the orange clip should lead back to the reservoir. Snap on the rest of the pipe along the vacuum hose in either direction with these black clips. This end pushes into the hole in the washing head. The other end of the pipe with the orange clip fits into the reservoir like this. The weighted end, past the clip, then lays in the bottom of the reservoir. Now place the motor unit on top of the machine and fasten the clips on the side. Begin feeding cleaning solution to the head by sliding the control valve forward. The arrow should be in the on position. Lay the hose and extension tubes on the floor to begin the flow of solution to the wash head. Switch on the machine, pick up your hose, and begin working. Keep your wash head flat on the floor and begin slowly working back and forth like you would in dry vacuuming. Once you've gone over an area with the VAX cleaning solution, turn the feed off by sliding the feed valve over to the off position. Then go over the same area and remove any excess moisture. If your carpets haven't been cleaned in a long time, your first time with the VAX will take you longer than usual. But once you've established a carpet washing routine, VAX carpet washing shouldn't take much more time than regular dry vacuuming. You'll know when you've run out of VAX cleaning liquid when you see bubbles going down the feed pipe. Turn off the machine, unlatch it, take off the motor, and remove the reservoir. Pour out the dirty water and refill the reservoir with clean, hot tap water and VAX carpet cleaner. VAX defoamer goes down the hole and into the recovery bucket. Never refill the reservoir without first emptying the recovery bucket. You'll know that the bucket is full and that it's time to empty it when the motor makes a slight whistling sound. These are instructions for a typical carpet washing job. Your written brochure contains a number of helpful suggestions on how to make other washing jobs more effective. It contains special instructions for spot cleaning, cleaning heavily soiled carpets, and other specific jobs. It also outlines special precautions and cleanup procedures. A vacuum that can do so much more. That's VAX. As you've seen, VAX takes on water cleanups quickly and safely. Here's the equipment you'll need to use the VAX for cleaning up liquid spills. Like the carpet washing configuration, you'll need the clean water reservoir instead of the dust bag and filter disc. Once you've removed the filter disc and dust bag from the recovery bucket, take the reservoir and place it empty into the recovery bucket. Now pour 2 capfuls of VAX defoamer into the center hole. As we mentioned earlier in the program, it's vitally important to use the proper amount of defoamer. Now insert the hose into the outside hole and give it a quarter turn to lock it. Fit your stainless steel wands together and attach the appropriate wash head. Now turn on the machine and get that spill. When the recovery bucket is full, the shutoff valve will rise and cut off the suction. This causes a whistling noise in the motor. When this happens, be sure to then switch off the machine and empty the recovery bucket. For unclogging drains and sinks, take off any end attachments and stick the end of the steel tube into the drain. Seal the drain by putting a wet cloth around the tube. This concentrates the suction to where you need it at the blockage. After you're finished and you've poured out the water you collected, pull out the center cone in the reservoir and wash the float. It's important that you wash off any defoamer that may have stuck to the float. Washing the float is an important final step anytime you use the VAX in a wet mode. With the AutoMop feature, VAX washes and dries your hard floors almost effortlessly. you'll need these equipment pieces for auto mopping with your VAX. Notice that it's similar to the equipment used for carpet washing, except that you use the auto mop head instead of the carpet washing head. And you use VAX hard floor cleaner instead of VAX carpet cleaner. And like carpet washing and sucking up liquids, you'll want to begin by removing the filter disc and dust bag from the recovery bucket. Take your reservoir and fill it up to the indicator with hot tap water. Put the reservoir into the recovery bucket like this. Add 3 capfuls of VAX hard floor cleaner here. If the floor is really dirty, add 6 capfuls of the cleaner. Then pour 2 capfuls of VAX defoamer into the center hole. As we've said before, it's vitally important to always use the VAX defoamer. Now insert the hose into the outside hole and give it a quarter turn to lock it. Fit your steel wands together and put on your auto mop head. Next, clip the plastic solution tube along the vacuum hose. Start by sliding the liquid control valve on the track beneath the suction control like this. The arrow should be in the off position. Now snap on the rest of the pipe along the vacuum hose in either direction with the black clips. This end of the pipe fits into the hole in the top of the auto mop. The other end goes to the reservoir. The orange clip slips into the reservoir. The weighted end, past the clip, lays in the bottom of the reservoir. Put the motor on top and fasten the clips on the side. Lay the hose and extension tubes on the floor with the auto mop brush side down. Switch on the machine and squeeze the trigger. This feeds the solution through the plastic pipe. Now pick up your hose as you continue to squeeze the trigger. You'll notice the pad side of the auto mop getting wet. Spread out the cleaning solution over a 3 or 4 square yard section of floor. Let go of the trigger when there's enough solution to wet the floor section. When you've mopped your floor section, raise the auto mop off the floor. It will tilt to the left. Gently continue this swing so that the squeegee side of the auto mop touches the floor. The squeegee, brush, and suction will dry your floor in seconds. Repeat this mop, flip, and dry pattern until your floor is done. If you have a big floor to cover, you may run out of cleaning solution. You'll know it's time to change when you see bubbles going down the feed pipe. Turn off the machine, unlatch the sides, and take off the motor and reservoir. Pour out the dirty water and refill the reservoir with clean hot tap water, cleaning liquid, and defoamer. When you're through mopping and drying your floor, clean your auto mop cleaning pad by peeling it off the casing and rinsing it out. You may also want to remove hair and fibers that collected in the bristles. You can either do this by hand or gently pull out the brushes like this. The squeegee blades can also be cleaned or replaced in a similar manner. It's also important to wash off the float in the reservoir and remove any defoamer that may have stuck to it. Now you've seen step by step how the VAX works. If you still have questions on how to use the VAX, consult your printed brochures, especially the troubleshooting charts. Or you can contact VAX directly. The toll-free number in the U.S. is 1-800-541-0544. VAX, your total home cleaning machine.